Genuine. Look how beautiful I am. What's up, dreamers? Welcome to Dress Me Up series, a very exciting series where we're going to do fashion challenges for every episode. In the series, you are going to style me like your little Barbie or as your personal superstar avatar, if you will. So this is Nude Moi. He's my digital mannequin of sorts. He's like a sleek, simple base figure designed to bring the Dress Me Up series to life. So he's basically like a blank canvas, if you will, where all my fashion ideas, designs, and styles come together. Nude Moi helps me to showcase how each outfit fits, basically, and yeah, how it flows and feels. Just helps me basically to imagine myself stepping into the looks before I make it. So before we dive in, actually, a quick little note: if you'd like to support bigger and more ambitious projects, or just see a little more of the creative world behind the scenes to do with not only fashion but also art and my writing and so much more, I'd love for you to join, please, my Starlight Starship Patreon. There you will find more than just exclusive content of voting polls, including the fact that you can choose which design I should wear for each episode, 2 different designs I freshly sketched, and have your say on my content to do with my guitar SMR or healing mindfulness SMR or my songs. There's also our fun newsletter. I'll tell you more about it in the end of the video. Anyways, let's get into it. First step, collecting the items. So here's the winning design: striking black and red concept with elegant openings at the back, just enough for my back tattoo to tease. Anyway, so I gathered the red fabrics with a matching red zippers, and I actually grabbed an old black shirt, you know, working with what I had, because I can't afford for much yet, but hopefully with your support we can fund for making more magical projects. So I've never had formal sewing or fashion training before, so I wanted to keep this first project simple and approachable. Honestly, I wasn't quite sure where to begin, so I just started. No pattern, no set plan. It was a little chaotic, but from this episode on, I'll be refining my process as I go, one project at a time, because this episode was actually revived from my older channel, but I'll tell you about that later. Anyways, cutting and the zipper setup. So I pinned the zipper down in the middle, and I cut the shoulders and the armholes, and created 2 triangles at the back to let my tattoo show through. It was entirely improvised, but surprisingly fun. You can see it here with the Nude Moi, and he keeps me motivated and helps me picture the final result. So stitching the zipper with black thread for a seamless look to make it nice and clean. I struggled a little bit with the sewing machine because I'm a beginner. The zipper was thicker than I expected, so I had to learn in the end that to make it easier for me to sew the zipper, you know, through the sewing machine, I can close it and put it through, and then I can open it again. That makes sense? You know, you learn new things as you go. Anyways, next, smoothing the edges. So this part might sound easy, but it really tested my patience. I folded and pinned all the raw edges basically from the whole project to give the piece a clean polished finish. It took time, but I'm glad I stuck with it. Okay, so this is the first fit check. The first fitting surprised me. The sleeves were too loose though than I envisioned them, because I wanted to become, you know, more fitted and sleek and skinny, if you will, tighter, I should say. So I decided to adjust the armholes and the S's. The triangle in the back though, they sat perfectly, but they were too loose as well, so I had to resize them somehow. I don't know what actually I was doing, but I just was like, you know what, just maybe cut them in the middle and stitch them together. So that's what I did, and it worked, so hooray. It reminded me of my very first sewing attempt. It was like a whimsical Halloween fairy costume of sorts with handmade wings and a beautiful flower crown. So technically this is my second sewing project, however. Still, I've always believed in jumping in and figuring out as you go, or as they say, jump into the water to learn how to swim. And usually it works out for me, so here goes. Resizing and adjustment. So life got in the way for about a week, but when I returned I trimmed the armholes, and by pure luck, or maybe the universe's timing, I remembered that I had some elastic bands tucked away in my drawers, so they were actually even happened to be the perfect size for the back triangles, because my thought was, if I have the elastic bands for my top, that'll be easier for me, you know, to pull out the shirt and put it back on. The elastic band is going to extend, and then like when I wear it, it's going to shrink. But yeah, it worked out. Second fit check. So the second fitting was nearly spot on. I gained a little bit of muscles in the meantime, in this within a week. Yes, I was working out and stuff, so there were some, you know, tearing that I heard, like some light fabric pulls, but overall they fit beautifully, elegantly and nicely, and I was super happy. The only remaining question mark was how to handle the red fabric accents. Creative block and breakthrough. I spent hours trying to figure out the best way to attach the red fabrics, and honestly it became about more than just this garment. It stirred up like old feelings about a dream that I thought that I've left behind, you know, become a fashion designer, creating wearable art and stuff. So in the end, the problem wasn't really the fabric. It was not only just impatience, but I also realized it was my traumas or depression, if you will, and losing motivation in general. But yeah, anyways, I had to stop for a few months because of this, depression phase. But I came back, and when I came back, gladly, thanks to the universe, I realized that what I needed to do actually was to cut slits in the black fabric and weave the red fabric through, rather than, layering the red fabric on top, because it was bulging and I didn't like that. It was ugly and I hated that, and I was angry about myself. But yeah, anyways, I'm really glad that I took a long break, and this shows you patience make the best results. Anyways, a small but meaningful reminder to trust the process. Anyways, joining the pieces, final assembly was honestly just a mix of instinct and like persistence and small compromises. The pieces weren't perfectly symmetrical, but I made them work. I chose to leave out an extra tail piece that covered my navel piercing because yes, priorities. So yeah, I cut that ugly piece out, and yeah, I took a short break to clear my head again when exhaustion hit, and then I came back to finish even stronger than ever. So anyways, final fit reveal, and finally it came together just how I imagined it on Nous de Moi, my lovely beautiful baby. The navel piercing was visible, my back tattoo peeked through the triangles, and I felt like a little, JoJo anime character strutting through the city. Nous de Moi looked incredible too in the digital render. I love seeing my designs with both of us. I even wore it out actually, this design, like on a solo cinema date with myself, and I felt like an absolute star because I've never actually felt so confident wearing my own things. Finishing touches. So the last challenge was the red strips at the back, and they fought me a little, and we wrestled quite a bit, but I managed, and I added a small triangle detail, and yeah, carefully stitched that red hems as well of the sleeves that I remembered and I forgotten about. This is actually very important because sewing while stretching the fabric was nerve-wracking but essential for a good fit. So the triangle and the red hems for the sleeves were things that I was going to actually give up, but because I really thought I wouldn't be able to do it and I would ruin the whole project. But I pushed myself and told myself, you just started, you might as well finish it, you can do it. But anyways, making the pants, baby. So I actually decided this later to make matching pants. So to finish the look, I upcycled a simple pair of black pants, and I just added oversized red strips as like dramatic pockets because I always carry with me a lot of things, and it's super handy and super cool, and yeah, super useful obviously. It was a simple touch, but yeah, balanced the top beautifully. Final thoughts. I'm genuinely proud that I didn't give up on this. It taught me more than just sewing skills. It reminded me about patience, resilience, and that it's never too late to, rediscover an old dream. This is just the beginning, baby, though. This is the first project only, though. This is the first episode, baby, and I'm super excited, baby, though. Anyway, so I'm already picturing a future wardrobe of all of my one-of-a-kind pieces, baby. I'll be a superstar, I'm already am. Designed by and for only me and Nous de Moi, and I am ready for the next challenges, baby. Give it to me. So yeah, go follow my Patreon. That's where you're gonna tell me your vote on what would be the next designs in the series. Now, one quick note, if you notice a few mismatches in the audio or visuals in the video, it's because this footage was, as I said, originally made for my old channel that I revived. If you enjoyed this episode or felt even a spark of inspiration, or just want to support me to, keep pushing on and be in this happy, positive energy that I can share with the world, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. And if you'd like a behind the scenes look or to support these projects, again, you're welcome in my awesome Patreon, the silent starship of ours. And until next time, stay patient, stay creative, and remember to dress up your own life, baby. Sup, dreamer, I'm so happy you've discovered me. If you're someone chasing magic in a world that often forgets to be kind, this healing space for you, baby. I built this little creative universe out of my own storms, surviving homelessness, childhood traumas, depression, self-exiting, and somehow turning it into art, beauty, stories, and light. And now, I want you to be part of this world with me as the universe looks after us together, because it does provide for those who strive, and my story proves it. When you jump on board my Patreon, the Starlight Starship, you'll unlock your lucky 5 stars of exclusive perks, plus a free 7-day trial so you can try the magic risk-free. Our lucky 5 stars include free member badges and loyalty stars that you can redeem for discounts on my website, Dreamer bundle discount with stickers and a free love letter, access all the issues of our monthly super newsletter, games, polls, activities, voting power, birthday song and gift. You'll help me stay creative, and in return, you'll get heaps of free rewards, voting for my content such as Dress Me Up Fashion Challenge series, Guitar SMR, and so much more. Oh, and one of my proudest creations? This Dreamer Planner. Not just a calendar, but a healing space to reconnect with yourself. You will build your own little dreamer soul, and once it hatches, you promise to look after it with your own unique fingerprints. Fill the pages with joy and self-love, And guess what? Every month, your creative canvases and your dream soul will be featured in our monthly super newsletter, alongside your personalized Starlight Scroll, a little heartfelt love letter I write just for you, thanking you for existing, supporting, and dreaming with me. It's a wholesome, uplifting magazine filled with tiny life treasures, monthly fortune cookies, magic tales to heal your inner child, my latest creative news, poetry in which you can get involved, Dreamer bundle features, and of course, Pip makes an appearances too. And there's so much more for you, baby, that is exciting to explore. And yes, this is my comfort pleasure, Pip. He's a fluff ball of good vibes that always reminds me of love, kindness, and forgiveness of oneself and others. And hey, before you go, don't forget to check out my art and fashion websites too. I pour my soul into every piece, from handcrafted accessories inspired by my Arabian heritage and life struggles turned into wearable symbols of resilience, patience, and optimism to strengthen one's sense of community, up to books about my survival story, decor art, custom paintings, ink and calligraphy design, stickers, plywood, downloadable art prints. There's so much for you to discover. Every click, every share, every order keeps this dream and spirit of mine alive as the universe looks after me. With your love, I've been working super hard to create a better, beautiful space for all of us, and your support means everything. So jump on board and live with me in this magical galaxy of abundant, infinite love, healing, imagination, and wonder. Join the Starlight Starship now and visit my stores. Links in the description. See you on board the Starlight Starship, baby. I love you.